Hello guys, welcome to another video from Dota. Today I'm bringing you a Meepo replay that was played in 6.84, and that's mainly the reason I want to bring this replay to you today, is because it was played in 6.84. It's a very new patch. People are kind of unsure of how good Meepo is going to be in this patch. This was played yesterday, which was, today is Tuesday, so it's Monday. Monday the 4th of May. And this was played at 4.6k MMR. I played this in solo queue. Well, that's my solo MMR. My party MMR is 5k. But you know, party is a little bit easy to do if you've got some good friends who are good at the game. So I picked Meepo here. I last pick it on my team. Obviously, this gives them, because they get the full last pick, they get complete room to counterpick me with the last pick if they want to. Currently, they have quite some nice AoE. They have Gyrocopter's ultimate. They have Ghost Ship and Cleave. Undying's not that great against Meepo, but it does create zombies off of each Meepo, so that is pretty good for them. There is a glitch here with my bandana here, which is pretty weird, but yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Hopefully it's not too annoying for you. But yeah, so this is played, again, I said, in 6.84, so that's the reason I wanted to bring it to you. Personally, I think, let me turn the game volume down a tad here. I personally think that Meepo is very strong in 6.84. I'm really excited to see how he progresses in 6.84. I had some messages from a couple of viewers saying how they believe Meepo is going to be a little bit weaker because obviously the jungle got nerfed. But if you think about it this way, the jungle got nerfed, but it got nerfed for everyone. The gold overall is slower for everyone. So those who farmed faster now have a bigger advantage, in my opinion. I think people like Anti-Mage and Meepo, maybe Naga Siren, have a huge advantage in the fact that everyone farms slower because of the changes. But these heroes farm slower, but they also farm a lot quicker, so it's actually better for them, I believe, anyway. But yeah, this is played solo, so I'm not stacked with anyone, which is a little bit of a disadvantage, obviously, because you're not going to have people that you know creating space for you, which is usually quite the advantage when you have people creating space for you. But yeah, we do give up first blood top Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight, I still don't think the hero is very good. This guy picks him, obviously, maybe he's trying him out or whatever. He's going mid, he gives up first blood there. That does allow me, though, because they 5-man that top rune, to get the bounty rune, and I really feel like getting the bounty rune on Meepo is very important, because you want level 3 as fast as possible. You want levels as fast as possible. On most carries, I'll actually insist on giving the bounty rune to the supports, so they can get early sentries, and they can get the levels, so they're not having to sap XP from me. But here on Meepo, I feel it's really important to get that 100 XP straight off the bat. So it's an offlane Spirit Breaker here, and I have 2 supports here, so this lane is going to be really nice for me. Obviously, this was played solo, so it's very rare for me to ever get these 2 supports in a tri-lane. So that's really, really nice for me. They do some nice harass here on Spirit Breaker, getting down quite low. They do take quite a bit of damage in the process and lose quite a bit of mana, but it gives me a full wave to myself. Obviously the wave's going to push because he's not last hitting it, and he did a pretty nice block. I'm going to do my best to control it. I missed a couple of last hits here because of the 2 range creeps. Last hitting with Meepo when there's 2 range creeps is a little bit fiddly. Do it a bit early there. Not quite on my A game. But I do make up for it after this. I miss a few here and there, but I end up getting pretty decent CS. I'll bring the board up here. So last hits no die. So I'm currently leading there. They have a mid conquer and a safe lane Gyrocopter. This Gyrocopter is going to have farm, which is pretty bad for me because they have good AoE, they really do. They don't necessarily have good AoE control, they have Earthshaker, which is a counter to Meepo. And usually at my level at least, when you pick Meepo and don't random him, people are going to counterpick it because they know that if you're picking it, then you're confident with it, which is clever, you know, of course they should do that. So I'm going to, you know, get some nice CS here. I'm about to hit level 3. I pick up the Ring of Basilius because I'm sucking at last hitting, and that gives you 6 damage. I mainly just take it for the 6 damage. It's really, really nice. You could go for a poor man's shield, but the Bassi, if you decide to go Vlad's, obviously it makes that cheaper because you've already got the Vlad, already got the Bassi. And Vlad's got a nice buff this patch, so again, very strong for Meepo. So they're doing a double pull here, which is really nice, but they're ganking now. They're giving me so much space. These supports played really well in this game, and I'm really happy to have played with them. It's rare that I get supports supports like this. They're going to roam mid. Honestly, there's not a whole lot they can do with an AA on a gank. Well, they can actually versus a Conker. You can't really escape. So they're going to try and wrap around this Conker here. I'm going to keep it on player perspective, but obviously you can see on the map. Spirit Breaker is playing very safe because he thinks they're still bottom. He may have called missing. But knowing that my supports aren't pulling, I'm going to be juggling that pull camp with my second Meepo, who has level 2 poof. So here you can see me stacking at 53 seconds. I'm going to pull it, I'm going to stack it, but I move my Meepo a bit too close to the small camp, and that does end up blocking it. It blocks it on the spawn box, so that was stupid of me. But I do manage to pull the stack off, which is fine. Ideally, you want to, I'm going to take it off player perspective just to show you, because I'm just last sitting in the lane. Ideally, if you want to pull this camp here, you want to pull it behind this tree, not there, because if you pull it there, you're going to block that camp, which is exactly what I just did. So, you know, not so great for me, but a nice stack there for me to take. The supports have also stacked this camp for me, which is really nice of them. Mud columns are now, you can now poof them down. It takes longer, but they are now poofable, so you can stack mud column camps just fine. The Spirit Breaker is going to do a really weird move. He moves to the secret shop. He's going to look for a charge here, but he's going to get double poofed up, chilling touch, and he's just brought down straight away. That was a really bold move for him to make. Maybe he didn't anticipate the Ancient Apparition to be there, but even on my own, I think I could have killed him. So a bit of a bold move there. But the 2 Meepos and the level 2 booth that I had at the point when we killed him, it's a loss of damage. That's why I recommend doing the skill build that I did. So it's turning night now, which is, you know, obviously a little bit better for their team, a little bit better for Spirit Breaker. Early night on 4 minutes. I'm going to send my second Meepo back because it was a little bit low and I could have stacked with it, but again, not playing perfect. No one really plays perfect. And again, this is only 4.6k MMR. I'm not claiming to be professional or anything like that. So Spirit Breaker is going to charge back into the lane instead of TPing, saving himself the gold. Maybe he's got a TP on him. And so far he hasn't done many ganks. I want to get some damage on him here because my second Meepo has finished regenning. So I'm going to poof it in and take half of his health down straight away. So again, not good for him. He's below half health now again, and he's only just re-entered the lane. So a really easy off lane for me, to be honest. A really easy safe lane for me, to be honest. I'm currently really leading in CS here, 13-6. Gyrocopter's keeping up fairly well with 22-5, but realistically, with just a podge off lane, he should at least have 25 last hits, 5 a minute, so he's not CSing that well at all. Obviously, mine is bumped up by the pull camp of CS, but still, I'm probably leading on lane CS at this point, so not great for him. Spirit Breaker is going to charge, and I do hear that in the game when I played this, so I do tell my team. Undying is going to wrap around mid, so I'm going to take this off of play perspective. Undying is going to wrap around mid, and they're going to get a really nice tombstone down here. Fisher is perfect, it completely cuts off Lion, and this Dragonite is completely out of mana. Ancient Apparition making a poor effort to try and take down that tombstone, and a 5-man rotation to mid, picking up 3 key kills there. With the Undying. So the Undying is very strong at the moment, very strong pick, especially at my level. You see a lot of people picking him up. Obviously the Ghost Ship does help them out and they can't really kill. That Ghost Ship pretty much saving Undying's life and pretty much Conker's there as well. So Gyrocopter does rotate to that and he does pick up some nice XP. I think he got a kill. Yeah, he got a kill on Dragonite, so that's good for him. That's a good rotation for him to make. I'm going to put this back on player perspective. So I don't usually take it off player perspective, but this is very much a farming lane for me. I usually rotate a little bit more than this. Maybe I'll have died by now in a lot of my other replays, but so I'm going to use the salve that I bought earlier that I didn't use, just to salve my second Meepo up instead of sending him back. I'm going to look to stack, I think, as well. I think I stack here the big camp, so I feel relatively safe. I mean, the only real disables they have I don't think Conker's going to rotate, so they only really have Earthshaker and Spirit Breaker. So if I can see them on the map, I'm cool. I can see Spirit Breaker mid, and they do manage to pick up a kill on it. Gyrocopter does manage to pick up a kill on Podge there, but I think he's going to pay for it with his life, so I'm going to take it off play perspective again. So he's really low, but he's salving up. Dragonite is going to look for it, but Gyrocopter does have Earthshaker and Spirit Breaker here for support, so I can see them all top. I can see them all there, and it's just Undying in the lane, so I feel very safe here. I feel very safe just to farm. So I'm going to start poofing up this camp and getting this key experience. So I'm now level 8, 54-7. I am totally destroying everyone in CS right now, so I am miles ahead. If we're looking at GPM as well, if we want to look at that, I'm not that far ahead of Gyrocopter because he actually has picked up 2 kills, and I have picked up 1. but he's picked up 2 key kills there. But even though he's not leading on CS, he's doing pretty well on gold per minute there. XP per minute, I'm miles ahead of everyone, as you should be on Meepo. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well, but Gyrocopter is as well. So Gyrocopter's going to have some nice items pretty soon. So they're very much concentrating on mid here. They're going to pick up Lion here with the X marks the spot, but they might pick up a Conquer here. Just picks up Conquer. Dragonite does manage to pick him up before he goes down, so he does get the XP. I'm bringing the courier with a point booster towards me, and it nearly gets picked up. But with all these melee heroes, I can't really kill it if I take it over the trees. So, with all this 5-manning I'm doing, it's pretty good for them to get kills, but they give me so much space, and I'm out. And Gyrocopter's suffering on XP a little bit here. So are their sports, only level 3 there. But they're going to charge me out here, and I'm out of position here. I knew I was. Really bad play by me. I'm going to do a defensive net and try and kill one of them. He's going to keep channeling his ultimate, try and killing me. These zombies do have vision on me. I'm going to poof it there to stop him. He does never strike the wrong one, and I'm going to move out. It's so low, and the zombie's chasing it. He's going to charge it up, but he does get picked up by the tower. So low, so many dodge moves. That was really nice play by everyone there. Gyrocopter is going to look to pick up my second Meepo. He really wants that. He was paying attention. He's going to straight up pick up Ancient Apparition. That's a really nice kill for him. He's now Wicked 6, so he's got a really good goal. He's going to charge that rocket onto me, but it's going to take some tower shots. He placed it in the wrong position. If he'd placed it around here, he maybe got it. It's taking some tower shots here, so I know this is coming. I do get alerted by my teammates. I'm going to poof the first Meepo in, start clicking that rocket up, get the last hit on it. Really nice for me. Do defend. They rotate most of their team bottom. Do not kill me. And we end up managing to pick up Earthshaker there, and yeah, we do lose 2 people in the process. We lose both our supports, but Dragon Knight making a nice rotation there. And so the enemy team are playing very, very aggressive, which is good for them because their team is aggressive. I don't think they're going to win this late game, so you know they do want to try and pile on the pressure with their lineup, which they're doing really nicely. So I'm going to start jungling here. Again, some more action going down. Mid, a cooldown gets dropped. Pudge does miss his hook. Dragon Knight going to get caught in between this. Refire does go on to Gyrocopter, reducing his base damage, but Never Strike is going to finish up Dragon Knight there. Some dives going on mid. The Spirit Breaker might pay for it. The Pudge up going down. His team's going to come through. Tombstone is off cooldown. I'm rotating though, you see me rotating, so I want to get some kills here. I know that most of their ults attack. I do a really nice net. I managed to catch him there with the net. I need to go and play this way on me, but I do get a nice blind net on him now, and I'm going to look for this Gyrocopter. I really want their cause. The ghost ship is going to miss me, and it's going to maybe catch line. No, it doesn't catch line. I'm going to chuck some nets here, but they're splitting really nicely. I'm going to pick up Conquer here. He's a bit low. I know he's going to die, so I'm going to try and get this Gyrocopter. Chucking out some blind nets. My team is whiffing a bit on this kill, so I decided just to go for him. Very messy there. We could have picked up Gyrocopter if they'd have been more efficient on killing that Conquer there. Bit annoyed at that, but a rotation from me does manage to help us win that fight. A very, very big dive from them, and they split really nicely. Instead of all going the same location, the same direction from here, there was 3 of them. One of them went this way, one of them went that way, and one of them went that way. If they'd have, oh, you probably might not be able to see my cursor, so like one of them was here, one of them was there, one of them was there, one of them went this way, one of them went that way, one of them went that way. So they all split and made it very hard for me to get a triple net. If I'd have got a triple net, that would have been a triple kill. So very good for them to split like that. They didn't all go the logical direction to go was closer to their base, but they didn't do it. They split away. So yeah, gonna get jungling up. I haven't died yet. I'm 203. Still leading on GPM. Still leading on last hits by a country mile. But yeah, I want to get my Aghanims, and I'm pretty close to it. Like 11 minutes 30, and I am about 900 gold off my Aghanims, which is really good. Like my gold per minute, my net worth is really nice at the moment, and having not died bottom, that really helps me a lot. So that was really good that I didn't panic when they ganked me, and I made the right decisions and made the right plays. See, I'm going to jungle up. I'm jungling really fast. I see a Spirit Breaker there with that ward. I'm maybe going to try and pick him up. I see Pudge is looking for him as well. The net does miss, and now he's detected that net. But with my first Meepo, the second 2 are wrapping around, and this first one is in front of him. I'm going to poof the second 2 in front. I don't want him to charge. The Fisher does come in to save him. I was casting a net as that Fisher, so that Fisher was really good. Good rotation there from Earthshaker. And Conqueror now dying, so you can see that they're grouping together. really hard, but we nearly pick up Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker is going to stay a little bit too long. I'm going to look for the second net. The second net does land. Third net does land. I know his charge doesn't cool down. The Poos go down. He's really low. I'm going to pick him up with that. He doesn't have Echo Slam, and this is a really brave TP. And against our team, I'm just going to get a second net and a double kill for me. Really nice kills there. My team were there to support, but they didn't lay down much. Podge didn't do much, but a stun from line does mean that we pick up 2 kills there. I thought Earthshaker had Echo Slam, but when I see he didn't instantly cast it with the creeps there, I knew he didn't have it, so I went for that kill. I didn't check his level in the game. I just sensed that because he didn't do it instantly, that he didn't have it. So he was only level 5 there. If he was level 6, that would have been very different. So you can see here, if you're going to counterpick Meepo, if you're playing a support that counters something, or needs its ultimate, it's very, very important to get that. And he neglected that. He picked this to counter me, but he didn't focus on getting his level 6 as much as he should. So I know this Gyrocopter went top. I'm going to try and pick him up now. I'm getting charged, but I'm just going to straight pick him. Mega kill for me, 5-0-3. So I'm doing really, really nicely. Good rotations for me. Good map awareness. I see people out of position. I see they get a kill. He picks up Ancient Apparition there. Really nice kill for him. But then I just straight up pick up him. I'm confident we can take this fight, but there's a lot of them. I don't really realise that all of them are mid. I'm going to chuck down some nice nets. I do manage to get all of them. I'm going to start poofing them all up. And the net does land on, the hook does land on Undying there, but I have a lot of zombies on me. I'm going to poof in all my Meepos and try and clean up these zombies. I do manage to do that, but the torrent does pick me up. Mega kill goes the way of Conquer. So a big throw from me there. I got a bit overzealous. I think we could have done that if I had had Dragon Knight there. Dragon Knight didn't turn up. Ancient Apparition didn't have his ultimate to lay down. No Chilling Touch was used on me. Line wasn't there. So if my team were if my team were in position and I'd have realised that my team weren't in position, then that wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't realised. If I had have realised they weren't in position. Yeah, Spirit Breaker didn't get caught out here. Does get blasted by Lion there, which is a really nice pickup for him. Like, it's him straight to level 7. But yeah, I mean, that was a throw by me, but it was also bad by my team. They should have been helping me there. Lion was somewhere else. Dragon Knight was jungling for some reason. Podge hooked the Undying, but past that, did nothing. So it was really me versus them in that situation, which is bad. So they're going to push up this top tower, and I don't feel like going straight into that because, again, my team aren't in position to help me. I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. So while they're top and I can see them top, I'm going to try and put some hurt on this bottom tower. So I'm farming pretty well. Got my Magnum Scepter. I got my Magnum Scepter, I think, around 12 minutes, 12:30. So now I'm on time for a nice Blink Dagger, and I'm just going to straight up pick up this bottom tower. They don't glyph it. I get the last hit on it. Some nice gold going away with me. So I'm pretty close to my Blink Dagger now. So I'm going to look to jungle here. I see there's some action going down on mid, but I can't TP. So what I decide to do, I'm going to try and put some hurt on this tier 2 tower. The fight mid is pretty short-lived because they do straight up pick up Podge. And it doesn't look like they're going to dive, so I might have to straight up back up here. I was going to try and go for that tower, but now they've backed up and I no longer see them on the map. That's no longer a good decision because they can 5-man rotate and kill me. So I'm going to just keep jungling here. There's no stacks for me to take because I only really stacked in the early game. I just want to poof up these camps and take them all down now. The support's picking up some nice XP here. Ancient Apparition is actually stacking the Ancients for me, which is really nice for him. I can now poof these Ancients and actually take them because they did change these in 6.84. You can now poof them. But yeah, it's pretty nice. The jungle's just respawned, so I'm going to look to... I really want to get my Blink Dagger before we next engage. I'm only 100 gold off it now. But I'm keeping my Meepos mid because I'm seeing them all. I can't see any of them on the map, so I'm a bit scared that they're going to look for something mid with our heroes being mid. I have enough for Blink Dagger now, so I'm going to go to the secret shop, pick that up. I'll use the other Meepos to farm the camp. I can see them getting charged mid, so I really, really want my Blink Dagger as soon as possible right now. They're going to... All the enemy team are mid. I want this Blink Dagger because this is going to make a huge difference to this engagement. I do spot Gyrocopter out bottom. I could solo kill him, but I'm a little bit scared that his team might turn up. So I'm going to go for this regen bottom. Conqueror is going to be there, and because I could have gone for him as well, but if I can't see his team. If Earthshaker is there and Undying's there, I die. My team aren't in position to help me. They're grouping way too hard mid, which is bad for me. This is something you'll see a lot in most skill levels. People who aren't that great at the game, it's just grouping way too hard mid. You need to spread out and be in position, especially to help your carry. It's no good just sitting around mid. Have a TP for mid, don't just sit there. But yeah, I'm going to pick these Ancients, as they're double stacks, and this will give me some nice gold and should get me to level 15. Obviously I take a lot of damage in the process, but if I use a TP on my main Meepo, keep one Meepo in the field, use the other Meepos to regen back, I can just relay them back and forth and keep them all topped up, which is very important on Meepo. You don't want one of your Meepos lower than the rest, because that is the Meepo that is going to get focused. So I'm going to poof them back in here, and I'm going to poof the Meepo that was in the field previously back to the base to regen him up to full. That clap does do a lot of damage, so it does a sizable amount of damage, so I'm going to poof this Meepo back. It's not too much hassle to do that. It's not inefficient to do that, so obviously they're splitting up a little bit more now. The 5-man has calmed down. They're going to go on Podge here. Conker's going to go on Podge here. I do immediately see this line is rotating as well. Podge does manage to suicide, and Conker is going to get punched for this. He goes high ground, tries to get the kill. Originally an okay play for him to make, but it is a bit too over-aggressive, not realizing that I am so close, and we just pick him up. Chilling touch, really effective on Meepo. So now we picked up Conker, I'm pretty confident we can go for this mid tower. That's Earthshaker blinking in, I'm going to go straight for him. I timed the net perfectly. He does Echo Slam, but he only Echo Slams one Meepo. So I blink one Meepo on top of him, and in a panic, he panics and just Echo Slams one Meepo. The rest of the Meepos come in after. I knew he would immediately Echo Slam because the first Meepo is going to take him down way too fast with that Journey Torch. So he Echo Slams one Meepo, complete waste, and the rest of the Meepos come in and just kill him. So this Earthshaker, again, has counterpicked me, but has made two very bad TPs versus me, fed me 2 kills, not used his Echo Slam well enough, not got his level 6 early enough. So this is the thing, when people counterpick, you don't necessarily think, oh, this is awful, you know, this guy's going to be really good, because if someone's counterpicking you, it might mean they're not very confident on their hero, they're just picking it to counter you and to deal with you, because they're scared of you, and he just panics and wasted that. So if he'd have, first off, he shouldn't have done that TP, and if he'd have held the Echo Slam, that would have been better, because he did absolutely nothing with the Echo Slam. Even if I'd TP'd in, even if all my Meepos had been on top of him, it still wouldn't have done enough damage to do much damage to me. But yeah, not good by him. And especially when you see a hard support Earthshaker, you're usually going to out-level him, and you're going to have too much health and too many items for his Echo Slam to do enough, because he's going to get level 11 pretty low. He's out of position here, so I'm going to try and pick him up. I'm going to get charged up here, and I do stay way too long. My level 17 does pick, and what I should be doing here right now is backing off, because they've seen that I've just gone for Earthshaker. None of my team are near. The tier 1's down. Everything gets dropped to me. Tombstone, boat, cooldown gets dropped, flat cannon gets dropped. So everything gets dropped to me. They do pick up a killing spree, and I'm, you know, I kind of expected it in the game. I say, all right, that's everyone. My team aren't really making use of the space, so I'm a bit annoyed at my team. I'm annoyed at myself because that was stupid of me to hang around. And that is definitely an improvement I need to make as a player. Is to, when I get that kill and I'm right next to their tier 1, can't see their team, I need to back off immediately. I stayed way too long. If I'd have backed off after I'd have got that kill, it would have been fine. They're going to pick up Dragon Knight here. They don't have a disable for Podge, so he's going to be able to TP out, but it does, they're going to be able to pick up Lion here. He does get a nice double stun, and he has a blink, so that's really good of Lion to have got a blink. At this point in the game, I'm really impressed with this Lion, to have got that on a tri-lane support line. Yeah, he's doing really well. 4, 3, and 6, so really nice support from him. And this Dragon Knight, honestly, I think was our weakest link. I don't think he played very well at all, but our 2 supports played exceptionally well. Podge wasn't that great, but he wasn't toxic. But this time, in the game, this Dragon Knight was exceptionally toxic and very unhelpful. But my 2 supports, I was really pleased with and really happy to play with them. So yeah, I do pick up my Blink Dagger here. I have the Ultimate Orb to go towards my Hex, and the reasoning for this is sometimes I'll go like E-Blade. E-Blade is very, very good on Meepo. Sometimes I go Heart, but the Hex is going to be really nice for dealing with Earthshaker if he gets some levels and I get him stuff. So I'm going to dive really hard on this Podge. The Echo Slam does get dropped on all my Meepos. The cooldown's going to go down as well. I'm really low, but so are they. They're all exceptionally low. I do manage to pick up a triple kill, but I do die in the process. Again, as you can see, what I was talking about before, guys, Lion is going to get picked up, but he was there to help me. Like, Lion was trying to help me, but he didn't manage to get any spells off, because the Fisher did block him. But see, if Dragon Knight had been here, had been mid, that would have been a completely different fight. Even if he'd have played down one brief fire, they would have been dead because you could have seen how low they were. It was worth it for me because I did pick up a triple kill, but I do die in the process. Dragon Knight gonna be ratting bottom, even though we just know he just fought mid. He buys a Shadow Blade and Spirit picks up a dust just to counter that. Gyrocopter is gonna rotate bottom. He's gonna lay down the rocket barrage. Yeah, I say report him, which is a little bit toxic of me. I shouldn't be saying stuff like that, but I was frustrated with this Dragon Knight because obviously I don't know we're gonna win this game. I don't know how this game is gonna go. I want to win it. I'm trying really hard to win it, and this guy is jeopardizing that by being toxic and making really, really stupid decisions. So even at my level, you may consider 4.6 to 5k quite high. It's, you know, there's a lot of toxic players, a lot of people who make stupid decisions, pick stupid, tilt, you know, stuff like that. So really bad. And the reason I think Meepo's better in 6.84, I'm going to pick up this Undying, I think. I'm going to check a nice net. The Fisher does drop there. He's going to lay down the Tombstone, but it's a bit too late. Pan's going to come in here. Doesn't manage to take the kill there, but he does help me with the stun there. So he's going to get picked up and get some nice lane farm here to pick up the Tombstone. It's stupid of him to drop the Tombstone because it just gives me 150 gold. Like, it's a 150 gold bounty. He's not going to kill me with it. He just drops it and gives it to me. So I after having picking up and dying, after having picked up and dying, and their team fight being significantly weaker, knowing Earthshaker does not have a blink, I blink into the Roshan pit and I'm going to nicely pick up this Roshan with all 5 Meepos, giving me Aegis of the Immortal. So I'm very close to my Hex, and my next goal is to pick up Hex. I'm not going to immediately fight here. And I'm telling my team, let me regen, let me regen, let me regen. Because even though I have Aegis, a couple of my Meepos are very low, they're below half. So I want to drop my Bassi here, pick up the TP scroll, which is 5 seconds of cooldown. Gonna TP back and relay my Meepos, as I said before. And then I'm gonna poof my Meepo back to the one in the field, pick up the Bassi, get them all back in the field, and fight. So that's what I said to my team I was gonna do. So they are kind of listening, which they do. They do back up here because I'm just yelling at them. I'm saying like, don't fight, don't fight, don't fight. I'm not full. I'm not fighting. So their damage is so bad without me. So I need to make sure my team know that I'm not going to be there. I have to pick up the Bassi again. Gyrocopter's going to get caught out of position. He does pop the 10-second BKB. Cooldown's going to get dropped. Ancient Apparition does nothing against the BKB. They're going to put everything on me. Echo Slam goes down. Never Strike goes down. Rocket Barrage, cooldown goes down. So I eat everything with that Aegis and do manage to absorb the 10-second BKB and kill an Earthshaker. Now his BKB is down, I'm going straight for this Gyrocopter. I want this Gyrocopter. Conquer gets taken down, Undying gets taken down, and Spiritbreaker gets taken down. So even though I went way balls to the wall and completely lost my Aegis, I absorbed everything in the process. So they dropped everything. This is why Meepo is one of the best heroes to have Aegis on. They dropped everything to kill me, which would have been great, but I had Aegis. So I get back up, and their team has nothing. My team has everything. We win. 5 kills for us, 0 kills for them. That's how you want to use Aegis on Meepo. You just want to absorb everything. Go balls to the wall on their carry, hit the carry, net him up, force him to BKB. And we're going to pick up this bottom racks now at 25 minutes, which is really nice for us. I have enough of my Hex now. I've just bought that from the secret shop. Going to relight that to me. Their respawns are still very small. And knowing that our ults are down, our mana is pretty low on our heroes, we're going to take a nice backup here. We don't want to stay too long. We're going to immediately back up from there. Dragon Knight is going to go mid, which is a little bit of a ballsy play. I'm nowhere near to help him, so if he dies, he dies. I'm going to pick up a TP here again. I like to keep my Meepos really high up. I don't really like to go boost to travel too early because I think it delays other very important items, and I'm not that keen on boost to travel on Meepo in games like this. I don't need to rat very hard. They're not split pushing their 5 manning, so it's not advantageous for me to go there. Spiritbreaker is going to make a very ballsy charge here. His team is kind of in position to help him, but Spiritbreaker, I think, is going to get picked up. Not looking, I'm jungling. He does have a Shadow Blade, actually, so he doesn't get picked up. His team's here to ward off our team. Line is going to get charged up. He's feeling very confident for this, but I'm in position with the Hex, immediately hexed up on Spiritbreaker, brought down, and they think, oh, Meepo's here, we're not going to engage now. He just instantly picked up one of our heroes. BKB on Dragon Knight. So now I was like in the game. I wasn't flaming Dragon Knight, even though I told the enemy team to report him. I said to him, like, you need to just group up with us. If you continue to split push and continue to rat, we are going to lose the game. If you come with us in a team fight, we can win the game. And this is what's happening. So I'm going to pick up the Vlads now, and the reasoning for this is they have quite a lot of physical damage with the cleave of Conquer and the flat cannon of Gyrocopter. I'm kind of worried about their physical damage, and the lifesteal is just really, really, really nice on Meepo. They buffed Vlads, and I really like it now. So I'm going to pick up the Vlads. It's just straight up really good for Meepo now. And I have the Bassi sitting there, so it's very cheap for me to just pick up straight away. I have the gold going heart next because I just want flat HP versus their AoE magic damage. And that's what's going to happen. So even though my item build is a little bit boring, I'm not going like mass E-Blade, I don't need the physical damage, I just straight up don't need it. I'm going to blink in and hex this Spirit Breaker to protect my line. The stuns are going to be really nice on top of this Gyrocopter. I'm going to go straight for this Gyrocopter. He does get hexed up by line, which is really nice. Echo Slam does go off, but it does get picked up. I noticed that Gyrocopter buys back, so I know he's bought back. His BKB is still off cooldown, so he can still use it. I'm chucking out defensive nets. He didn't get a chance to BKB there because of Lion's perfect stun control. Lion is going to blink and try and force out the BKB. The BKB is forced, and a lot of the seconds are wasted. The cooldown is going to go down. I tell my team I need help here. Conquer is going to try and get a cleave, but it doesn't do much damage because of the amount of armor I have. Sorry about that. And yeah, we do manage to pick up 5 kills there for nothing. So this is really nice for us. Oh, my Meepos are pretty low, so I'm just going to regen them back in the base. And yeah, we're pretty much close to a heart, and we're taking the top tier 2. Creeps are pushing in the bottom tower there, so Rick is going to have to defend that. And again, you see, like, nice play from the team there, because we noticed that Gyrocopter fought back. All the zombies are chasing us. Instead of committing to killing the Tombstone, we're just running away from it and chucking out defensive nets. I know his BKB is off cooldown, and with that, he could do a lot of damage. And we played really nicely against that fact. It was a really nice initial engagement for us because we did manage to stun control Gyrocopter and take him down before he could BKB. And now we're going to pick up these racks, and these give a ton of gold. Like, if you haven't read the patch notes, you really should. And if you've forgotten, the Ice Frog buffed the amount of gold you get in NA for your whole team when killing Rax and Elastic Gold. So you get a significant. You still already got 405 gold there from a melee Rax, which is incredible. I'm going to pick up my Reaver here, so I'm pretty tanky. And Roshan isn't up. I'm still, I mean, really, we could just finish the game, but again, wanting to play really safe, I want to kind of wait for this next Roshan before we do anything. So with this kind of quiet spell in the game, this gives me time to talk about why I think Meepo is very strong at 6.84. You saw I had a couple of deaths there where I gave away a mega kill streak and I gave away a killing spree against the whole team. In 6.83 that would have done a lot more damage to my team. Purely because the XP and gold they would have got from me being ahead would have been significantly larger. And especially on Meepo, he's always going to be ahead in gold and XP. See how I'm checking Roshan with net. But now with the AoE net worth difference, gold and XP having been nerfed, they now get significantly less than they would have from killing me. So even though I made throwy plays and I gave away 2 important kill streak kills, sorry, I'm getting caught my words. Even though I gave away 2 kill streak kills, they didn't get a significant amount of gold from that. They didn't get a game-winning amount of gold from that. So that was pretty good for us. So you can see here, it says here when I get the kills, when I get killed, I mean. So I can't really find them, but you can see like the graph isn't spiking. Like in 6.83, when I died, you would see this spiking down in the Dire's favor, but it doesn't. You can see here it's very stable. It's very good. We have a 25,000 gold net lead, so we are so far ahead, and we've kept this advantage. In 6.83, this would have been much more of this. Much more kind of up and down, up and down, up and down, spiking either way. When I die, it spikes Dire's way. When we get a team wipe, it spikes our way. It's less of that. It's much more controlled, and I like this change purely because it's very good for Meepo. A lot of pros and a lot of people who just played Meepo, a lot of people who knew about Meepo. I watched a video where PBD said, like, when he played against Weeha, you might know that player. When he played against Weeha, when he picked Meepo, he wasn't very scared because Meepo was very bad in 6.83, and I really agree with that. Even though Meepo got visibly nerfed with the 20% respawn reduction removed completely, I still think he's so much better in 6.84 purely because of the overall changes to gold, to the jungle, to the comeback mechanics have just been completely nerfed. So I really like Meepo in 6.84, and if you've been putting it off because you've seen that nerf, go and play him because I think it's really good in 6.84. The last one I wanted to say about the 6.84 change. I think Meepo is going to be really strong, and I've watching this game. I think I've really improved on Meepo. Like, my plays have been better. I've been removing the low Meepo and kiting with it. I'm overextending less. So that's really nice to see. So I'm going to keep the second Meepo in the Roshan pit to scout this, and yeah. So we're just gonna wait till Roshan's up. I don't want to throw this with 25,000. I'm still in 6.83 mode. I still think that if I die with that 25,000 gold lead, that we're just gonna lose. But it's not the case. So just jungling here, I'm working towards my next item. I could probably sell the Vlads for a Skadi or an E-Blade. Mass E-Blade is super strong. I do DC here because I think in this game someone was at the door, so I DC so my team can pause. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Mass E-Blade is super strong, and because it gives your Meepos, you're going to be hitting like over 250 with each Meepo, which is insane if you go Mass E-Blade. However, it does reduce your overall HP. It does mean you can't realistically go lifesteal or hex. You can go hex, but you're not going to be able to go hard. Your overall HP is going to be significantly lower. The times I think Mass E-Blade is really good is when you really need to out carry someone. When someone is very tanky and has a lot of armor, and you need the physical damage because your poofs and your physical damage at the moment isn't enough, and you can just kill people so quickly with Mass E-Blade. But in this game, I just need raw HP and some armor. I think my item choices this game, even though this is very traditional of me, you'll see me doing this item build a lot, I think for this game it's very good. So we're just going to do the Roshan here. I pick up a Vlad again just to lifesteal off it. One of my Meepos is pretty low. I do drop the Vlads to get the Aegis. And I'm going to send that Meepo back and use one of my Meepos now to do engines. And we're just going to push them mid. We should be able to get it. I do make a bad blink here. I'm going to poof him back out. And Earthshaker is going to get caught way out of position. We just did Roshan, and he's there. Like, that's a very, very poor play for him to make. If the enemy team ever do Roshan, you never want to be there if you're dire. Ever. Unless your whole team's there. But yeah, very bad play. Obviously tilting over to very unhappy that he's losing, and his counterpick didn't work. But I know this Undying, at the moment he moves, I'm just going to blink Hex. I know he's looking for the Tombstone. He's at vision range, blink Hex. So again, I'm just picking off their bad plays. I'm going to get all of my Meepos boated here by the Aegis. Cooldown is right in the middle of all my Meepos. One Meepo's going to get focused up, but Jara's physical damage just isn't enough, and I just move that Meepo away and we just pick him up. Earthshaker is back up, but I don't think he's going to go for this. I think he realizes the game is over. We're going to pick up Mega Creeps here. I do lose my Meepos to the tower there. That wasn't actually a mistake. I was genuinely trying to redirect the tower aggro, and I just didn't do it properly. He's just going to hook Earthshaker out here. I'm going to hex him. We're just going to kill him. At this point, the game's over for them. We're going to win. Nice win for us. I'm just going to pick up Boots of Travel because what the hell. And we're going to win the game. So you can see that, guys. I got counterpicked. The enemy team weren't awful. They got a lot of kills in the early game. My team weren't amazing. My supports were really good. Podge wasn't that great. Dragon Knight wasn't that great. But we just played well. I'm really happy with this game. And I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this game. I'm sorry it's been a while since I uploaded a recent video. I did actually do an analysis of 6.84, but and my hard drive didn't like it, and yeah, it just all got corrupted and it didn't work. So sorry that if you wanted analysis, it didn't happen. But anyway, thanks for watching this game, guys. Expect more replays of Meepo, because I'm really excited to play this hero in 6.84. I really am. I really like the patch. I hope you do too, and I expect many more Meepo replays, because I'm definitely going to be playing him a lot more in this patch. So thanks for watching, guys. Do look out for more videos. Make sure to follow me on all those social network and stuff in the description below if you want to. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.